In our small province, which is just under 1 million, there are roughly 200,000 people, or 1/5 of our population, who suffer in silence. Some living in hospitals or in poverty. Some are our neighbors next door, struggling to get to work every day, to hide what they're afraid to reveal to their friends, to their families, to their communities. These people all have something in common. They all live with a mental illness. And in Nova Scotia, mental health funding is less than 4% of our health budget, representing a fraction of the 17% that's needed for mental health services. Most of these people I've mentioned are not receiving adequate care. This is why we need you. We began back in 1987 as the Nova Scotia Hospital Foundation, and by 1992, we realized we needed to set our goals higher. We underwent a major expansion of our fundraising efforts with the first Festival of Trees, and we raised $12,000. By 1994, $60,000 was raised, and in 2001, we surpassed $1 million in funds, raised to support our neighbors, our parents, our brothers, our sisters, our friends. But in 2003, we realized something. We needed to think bigger. We expanded our vision and became the Mental Health Foundation of Nova Scotia in order to meet the needs of people living with mental illness all over the province. Yet one major obstacle to achieving our goals was awareness. Most Nova Scotians weren't aware of how many people were suffering and that there were things that they could do to help. So, in 2005, we established the first annual Inspiring Lives Awards so that Nova Scotians who gave back to their communities while living with a mental illness or addiction could be recognized. Breaking the silence. In 2006, we started our grants programs so that we could help strengthen established programs and inspire new initiatives, providing support to mental health services and support groups designed to improve the mental health of Nova Scotians. This effort made its mark both in the Capital Health District and across the province in order to build awareness and break the stigma that prevents so many of us from accessing the help that we need. That same year, the Festival of Trees reached a cumulative milestone of $2 million. In 2009, we really hit the ground running, committed to breaking down barriers to care and stigma attached to mental illness. 20% of our funds went toward anti-stigma and education-based initiatives. We ran billboards and television ads with our 1 in 5 campaign, spreading our hopeful yet urgent message into the public domain. Also this same year, we asked others to join us in a vision of hope for those living with mental illness who wanted a smooth transition back into their communities. We launched the Opening Minds Capital campaign to raise money for programs and services and transitional living bungalows on the Nova Scotia Hospital site. The public responded. Those of vision and charitable heart made significant contributions, and we achieved our Phase 1 goal of raising $1.7 million for the Community Living Initiative. We continue to stand committed to increase the amount of funding available for mental health services and initiatives. In the last few years, we have given $30,000 to community reintegration programs, helping people living with mental illness have a successful transition from hospital to home. Having a safe place to call home is important to everyone. And that's why the foundation has given more than $135,000 to help provide affordable housing for people living with mental illness. Recognizing the role of occupational therapy, creative arts therapy, recreation therapy, and peer support in staying well, we have donated $138,000 towards these programs. We've distributed just over $1.5 million in provincial grants to help Nova Scotians living with mental illness, but there's still so much to be done. And in 2010, our little Festival of Trees reached a cumulative fundraising goal of $3.5 million. And this year we hope to surpass ourselves yet again by reaching to $4 million. But to do this, we need you. We've done so much. It all began with the determination of our early founders and the efforts of all of us who've given of ourselves along the way. None of us makes it on our own. A helping hand is sometimes just what someone needs to begin to heal. Supporters of the Mental Health Foundation of Nova Scotia didn't wait for society to change first. They stood up. They acted. They showed an example of a community coming together to break down the barriers of care and lack of funding for the services and support essential in assisting someone on the journey toward mental wellness. Recovery is possible, and awareness is beginning. And because of this increasing awareness about mental health issues, Nova Scotia's priorities are shifting. We are recognizing the urgency. It takes courage. It takes vision. And we're leading the way toward a new future, just like those who came before us. We will forge a new path, but We need your help and the continuing support of our donors to meet the needs of those neighbors, those brothers, those sisters, parents, siblings, friends who are still struggling. So help us to help improve the lives of those who are close to us all, close to you. Help us break the silence. The time is now.